Forget everything you thought you knew about engine oil prices in 2025. The era of affordable Amsoil, Valvoline, and Royal Purple is officially over. We're talking unprecedented price hikes that will make you rethink your next oil change. I've uncovered the startling reasons behind this impending crisis, and trust me, you'll want to see this before it's too late. Let's get into it. First, let's establish baseline pricing to understand the magnitude of these increases. According to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics data, motor oil, coolant, and fluids are 649% higher in 2025 versus 1977. That sounds dramatic until you consider general inflation over the same period. What's more concerning is recent acceleration. In 2025, drivers are facing increased maintenance costs across the board, with full synthetic oil changes climbing to $65 to $125 for standard vehicles and $100 to $260 for luxury or performance cars. Industry insiders report that wholesale pricing has increased approximately 210% over just the past few years, with price increases occurring essentially 16 out of the last 20 months. This isn't normal market fluctuation. It represents fundamental changes in how motor oil is produced, distributed, and priced. Let's break down the actual factors driving these increases. Reason number 1: base oil pricing volatility. What affects cost of lubricants? Primarily two aspects: base oil pricing and additive pricing. Base oil, which comprises 70 to 90% of finished motor oil, comes from crude oil refining or natural gas conversion for synthetics. Crude oil prices originate lubricant prices, and while there's no direct link, their prices tend to fluctuate similarly. What many consumers don't realize is that base oil pricing has been exceptionally volatile. OPEC production decisions, geopolitical tensions in oil-producing regions, and refinery capacity constraints all impact availability. In recent years, several major refineries have closed or converted to other products, tightening base oil supply. Transportation costs also matter significantly. Crude oil's origin location can significantly impact costs depending on how far it must travel and what transportation mode is used. Premium synthetic oils like Amsoil, Pennzoil Platinum, and Valvoline Advanced require Group 4 POW or Group 5 ester base oils rather than conventional Group 3 refined oils. These synthetic base stocks cost substantially more to produce because they're chemically engineered from scratch rather than the price gap between Group 3 and Group 4 base oils has widened, directly impacting premium synthetic pricing. Reason number 2: severe additive shortages and price spikes. In the last 18 months, the industry experienced several severe additive shortages. Primarily PCEO and HDEO additive shortages were notable, referring to their complex chemical formulations. Dispersants that keep contaminants suspended, anti-wear compounds like ZDDP, antioxidants that prevent oil breakdown, friction modifiers for fuel economy, and pour-point depressants for cold weather performance. Several key additive manufacturers experienced production issues, creating supply shortages that drove prices up dramatically. Holdings and others implemented up to 12% increases, all attributed to upward pricing pressure on base oils and additives. The situation was exacerbated by consolidation in the additive manufacturing industry. Fewer suppliers mean less competition and more pricing power. When a single additive plant experiences downtime, the entire lubricant industry feels the impact through shortages and price spikes. Reason number 3: rising packaging and logistics costs. This often overlooked factor significantly impacts retail pricing. Oil is heavy, packaging materials have become more expensive, and shipping costs have increased across all freight modes. 5-quart plastic jugs, cardboard cases, and bottle caps all derive from petroleum products, creating a feedback loop where rising oil distribution networks also face higher costs. Fuel surcharges, driver wages, and warehouse expenses all increase the final retail price. For brands like Amsoil that use direct sales or specialized distribution rather than mass market channels, logistics costs represent an even reason. Number 4, increasingly stringent specifications. Modern engine oils must meet requirements that didn't exist a decade ago. A PISP specification introduced in 2020 requires oils to prevent low-speed pre-ignition in turbocharged engines, protect timing chains. Meeting these standards requires more expensive additive packages and more rigorous testing. ILSAC GF6 split into two categories, GF6A for traditional specifications and GF6B for 0W16 ultra-low viscosity oils. Required developing and certifying oils to these specifications costs manufacturers millions in testing and reformulation. Those costs get passed to consumers. Premium brands like Royal Purple, Amsoil, and Pennzoil Ultra Platinum invest heavily in exceeding minimum specifications, which justifies premium pricing but also makes them more expensive to produce. Reason number 5, manufacturer consolidation reducing competition. The motor oil industry has seen significant consolidation with fewer independent brands remaining. Valvoline, once owned by Ashland, became independent, then went through multiple corporate changes. Shell acquired Pennzoil Quaker State. ExxonMobil combines Mobil 1 with multiple other brands. When fewer companies control larger market share, pricing power increases. This doesn't necessarily mean consumers are being gouged, but it does mean less competitive pressure to keep prices low. When one major manufacturer raises prices, others quickly follow because they're not competing as aggressively on price as they once were. For premium brands like Amsoil that operate outside traditional retail channels, this consolidation matters less, but they still face the same base oil and additive cost increases as larger manufacturers. Now let's talk about whether these price increases are justified or if manufacturers are simply padding profits. The answer is nuanced. Legitimate cost increases in base oils, additives, packaging, and logistics do justify substantial price increases from historical levels. However, not all price increases correlate directly to cost increases. Some manufacturers have taken advantage of market conditions to increase margins beyond what rising costs require. Industry data shows that while wholesale costs increased approximately 210%, retail prices at some outlets increased even more, suggesting margin expansion at distribution and retail levels. Quick lube chains paying $25 wholesale for synthetic oil but charging customers $85 to $125 for an oil change are capturing significant profit, though this includes labor and overhead beyond just the oil itself. For consumers, understanding value versus price becomes critical. Amsoil at $50 to $55 for 5 quarts is expensive, but if used at 15,000-mile intervals compared to conventional oil at $25 changed every 5,000 miles, Amsoil actually costs less per mile while providing superior protection. Valvoline Advanced and Royal Purple fall into similar premium categories where extended drain capability and better protection can justify higher upfront costs. Conversely, some premium-priced oils don't offer proportional benefits. Marketing budgets and brand positioning sometimes inflate prices beyond actual performance differences. Independent oil analysis from labs like Blackstone can reveal whether expensive oils actually perform better or if mid-tier options provide comparable protection. Here's how to maximize value in this high-price environment. First, buy in bulk when sales occur. Purchasing case quantities of 6 bottles during promotions can save 20 to 30% compared to single-bottle retail prices. Watch for manufacturer rebates and retailer sales, especially around holidays. Second, verify your actual drain interval needs. If your owner's manual allows 10,000 miles with synthetic but you're changing at 5,000 out of habit, you're wasting money. Conversely, if you drive severe service conditions but extend intervals because the oil is expensive, you're risking engine damage. Third, consider mid-tier synthetics that meet all required specifications without premium branding. Costco Kirkland. Signature synthetic oil is top-tier certified and costs significantly less than name brands while delivering comparable protection for most applications. Fourth, if you have mechanical aptitude, changing your own oil eliminates labor costs. 5 quarts of quality synthetic plus a filter costs $30 to $50 compared to $85 to $125 at quick lube chains. Over 10 oil changes, DIY saves $550 to $750. Fifth, don't downgrade to inadequate oil just to save money. Using conventional oil in an engine designed for synthetic, or using non-specification oil, creates false economy. The $20 you save per change could cost thousands in accelerated engine wear or failure. Always meet minimum specifications even if choosing less expensive brands that meet those specs. For specific brand recommendations given current pricing, Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic provides excellent protection at competitive pricing, typically $26 to $32 for 5 quarts. It meets all current specifications and offers 10,000-mile drain capability in normal service. Pennzoil Platinum and Ultra Platinum justify their $28 to $38 price through PurePlus technology, creating exceptionally clean base oil, particularly beneficial for turbocharged engines and severe service. Amsoil Signature Series at $50 to $55 is expensive but defensible for enthusiasts who want maximum protection and 25,000-mile capability. For vehicles driven hard, towing frequently, or in extreme climates, Amsoil's overbuilt formulation provides peace of mind worth the premium. Royal Purple at similar pricing offers strong synthetic ester base and robust additive packages but lacks the extended drain interval documentation of Amsoil. For budget-conscious consumers, Costco Kirkland Signature Synthetic at $22 to $26 delivers top-tier quality at warehouse pricing. Walmart SuperTech Full Synthetic at similar price meets specifications and provides adequate protection for mainstream applications. These aren't boutique brands, but they meet industry standards at accessible prices. Looking ahead to 2026 and beyond, expect continued price pressure. Base oil supply remains constrained, additive costs stay elevated, and no major relief appears imminent. However, some stabilization may occur as supply chains normalize and manufacturers adjust to new cost structures. The dramatic month-over-month increases seen recently should moderate into steadier pricing, though don't expect significant price drops. The shift toward electric vehicles will eventually reduce motor oil demand, potentially lowering prices through excess capacity. But this transition will take decades, and in the meantime, internal combustion engines still require regular oil changes. New specifications will continue emerging, driving reformulation costs that get passed to consumers. If this information helped you understand why oil prices have skyrocketed and how to get value despite higher costs, hit that like button. Drop a comment telling me what oil you currently use and whether you'll consider switching based on value analysis. And if you want more honest talk about automotive costs and how to maintain your vehicle without wasting money, subscribe to this channel. Next week I'm revealing the truth about extended oil change intervals and whether modern synthetics really can go 15,000 miles safely. The oil analysis data will surprise you. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Remember, expensive oil is still cheaper than engine damage, but you don't need to overpay for protection your engine actually needs.